Education is the key. You don't have to come as high as you want to. Just come as you are. I sit down, people came to me and they said, Raymond, all we want to do is help you. And they started me from basic education, ABC, all the way up to division. And they kept tutoring me. And that's how I got my education. And then I started making meetings, I started making programs, I started listening. We have to open up our minds and our ears and take suggestions. Somebody has the answer to whatever you're going through. You just have the time and the patience in order to receive it.
Thank you very much. We have about 3 more other questions, so let's hit it and we'll get into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot allow you to leave here without fully understanding that it takes a village to raise a child. And that means you can't be sitting around at home and asking, well, what is so-and-so doing? What are you doing? We need conflict resolution to be taught in the home, in the school, in the church, and all over the community. And we need behavior modification to be taught throughout the village. Now, if we're not going to address those things, then we're going to have the problems with us for a long time.
If I may add, parent training, parent support works. We do offer parent workshops every month, and unfortunately the attendance is dismal as far as in our school, our community. One thing that we did do last year in our Promote Black Star project, that before ISAT time, we had an ISAT parent workshop where they met for like 6 weeks before the test, and we tracked the students of the parents that attended the workshop. There was 18 of them. All 18 of them, with their parent support at home, either met or exceeded state standards. And that was because of the parental involvement. And some of those students were in the low category, but with their parent support. So that's key. And it goes back to, it's just not in the school. It has to, when they come home, the parents also have to be doing something also. Or it just nullifies everything that's going on at the school. So parent training and parent involvement does work.
I'm going to go on to the next one, okay? And certainly chime in for that one. You'll be good for that if you want to take that one. We're going to go on with these last 3 questions, and we want to, again, hit them as quickly as possible. And I pray that you are getting something from this, because it's certainly a wonderful thing. One question is anyone doing anything as of now about the gang problem? And then it says, can anyone, and I'm assuming I'm saying this correctly, can anyone commit to continue working together? I think Dr. Armstrong already had said about everybody's supposed to be involved in that. But as far as anyone doing anything as of now about the gang problems, would anyone, okay.
We had a community meeting on Monday with the aldermen, with the police department superintendents, with the community leaders, the parents. We had business organizations there. We reached out to as many people as we could to make sure they were aware of the violence that was going on in our particular community, at our particular school. We had over maybe 200 people there, 100 parents who were very much concerned. Come to find out that one of the things that the parents in the community do not have is block clubs. I remember growing up with a block club. I can't imagine not having that. And so there will be a series of meetings that will be coming up. We put our feet to the fire to force the aldermen to get heavily involved. We forced the police department to get heavily involved in our community by contacting them, by constantly having the parents and the community leaders contact them to have them involved. But one thing that we're doing with the gang situation now currently is that we have several gangs in our community. But we have this one particular gang called the Hit Squad. I want you to hear that name. The Hit Squad. And because they're trying to recruit our students, we have invited them in our building on Monday evenings once a week, and we are supporting them with ceasefire, with basketball and character building.
Penny Muhammad, in regards to the gang situation, you know, it wasn't necessarily our community that needed gang culture. And as we see it today with the youth, with the drug dealer and the territorial disputes and the drug dealing that's going on, how do you, and this is the question that I'm asking, the masses, how do you tell the drug dealer to put the drugs down if you're not giving him anything to pick up on? So, you got young black men and young black ladies, young black girls, they're making babies, producing babies faster than anybody on the planet. So they have needs, food, shelter, primary needs that they have. We haven't given them a way out. We haven't given them a resource to be able to provide for themselves. So they are already entrepreneurs. We just, as a community coming together, we need to give them some direction on how to take the skills that they've already developed and to be able to use it in a productive manner. I've heard a wise man say over and over again that we need some land that we can call our own. Land is something that the slave master never wanted to see black people with, okay? We need to be able to produce our own factories, run our own communities, build our own schools, and teach our own children. Then that way we can weed out, we can produce jobs for ourselves. If we had some land to build our own factories. We talked about education and how we get the degrees and we leave college, but we don't leave college equipped. The majority of us do not leave college equipped to even build a factory in your own community to employ your own. We go back and we are begging the same ones, the oppressor, who put us into slavery, we're begging him to free us and to give us a job. So, I say that at the root of what we must do for ourselves is just that. We must get some land that we can call our own. Someone mentioned earlier about something about the black church. You termed it African American church. It's been stated that if the black church would come together and unify, that we could get up overnight and do something for ourselves.
Thank you very much.
One of the things that I find out with the gangs is that we don't talk to them. We don't find out what's going on with them. We study pointing the fingers, study trying to hit them upside the head with our agendas instead of listening to their agendas.
That's true.
I was a gang. I was in the gang. I was on corners. I didn't want to be on that corner. I was scared to death. But I was under that peer pressure. And then wasn't nobody there to show me the right way to do things. So that's why I joined the gang. And yes, I do. I go on every corner in the streets, and Dr. Frazier will tell you. And I talk to my brothers and sisters. And I continue this on a daily basis. Because that's what we need to do. We need to talk to them. We need to understand where they're coming from. We need to feel their pain. How many of you have children that be on the streets? You want your children walking down the street safe. You don't want nobody bothering them, but yet we won't even take the time to go out on the corners and talk to the young brothers with his pants sagging, or the young brother that's selling the dope, or the young brother that's holding that gun. But we'll sit back in the window and we'll talk about what they're not doing and how sad it is. It's sad when we watch that and we don't get involved. That's right. What's sad. It's sad when we see these kids at these L stations and all that and we don't say nothing about it. That's what's sad. So yes, I'm in the game, solutions, and I work with ceasefire, the violent interrupters, and I will continue to be doing it.
Thank you very much.